Chapter 22. And it came to pass after these things, that God tested Abraham, and said to him, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here am I. And he said, Take now your son, your only son, whom you love, even Isaac, and go into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell you of. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and he split the wood for the burnt offering, and arose, and went to the place of which God had told him. Then on the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes, and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said to his young men, Tarry you here with the donkey, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship, and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering, and laid it upon Isaac his son, and he took the fire in his hand, and the knife, and the 2 went together. And Isaac spoke to Abraham his father, and said, My father. And he said, Behold, here am I, my son. And he said, Behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? And Abraham said, My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both together. And they came to the place of which God had told him, and Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Lord called to him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here am I. And he said, Lay not your hand upon the lad, neither do you anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes, and looked, and behold behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns, and Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him for a burnt offering in the place of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place, The Lord will provide, as it is said to this day, In the mount of the Lord it shall be provided. And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham out of heaven the 2nd time, and said, By myself have I sworn, says the Lord, because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your only son. That blessing I will bless you, and multiply your seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and your seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. And Abraham returned to his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt at Beersheba.